can't shake the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. So this week, Congress heard testimony from Kash Patel, FBI director and man who looks like he just walked in on his parents having with a horse.
Donald Trump just got roasted harder than he ever dreamed. And the one holding the flamethrower is Desi Lydic. Yes, the comedy sniper herself just tore into him so sharply you'd think she raided his secret vault of bad spray tans and cold Big Macs. This wasn't a drive-by joke. It was a full-on comedic ambush. And Trump's ego might not make it out alive. Buckle up, because what Desi just dropped will have you laughing, startled, and wanting more.
Bad for Patel. He had to convincingly pretend that his boss had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, and he was not.
100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Yeah, okay? It's not that. Everyone just needs to calm down, okay? The president's name appears in the pedophile sex crime report a normal number of times.
Before we jump in, hit that like button and subscribe, because what's coming next is pure chaos. The thing about Donald Trump is that every time you think he's hit the bottom of the embarrassment barrel, he just keeps digging. He's a bottomless crater of cringe, a one-man carnival of self-parody who still insists he's the main event.
Listen, it does not look like Kash Patel can do this on his own. Mr. President, get down to Capitol Hill and show Patel you got his back.
The president left the White House today, heading to London for a state visit.
Wow, Kash did not.
Enter Desi Lydic, who finally had enough of America's orange-tinted reality show limping along like a rejected Apprentice reboot. She swooped in with the precision of a comic carrying a diamond-tipped scalpel, ready to slice through the nonsense.
In office for 100 days, or as he likes to call it, longer than any president in the history of the world. It should be a week of celebration, but tell that to the economy. Yes, the U.S. economy is undergoing what economists refer to as a George Costanza.
Trump's political career has always felt like watching a toddler in a gold high chair throw a fit because someone took his ice cream. And Desi walked in like the babysitter, who's not here to soothe him. She's just here to make sure he doesn't swallow the Legos.
I can't believe in a span of 100 days we went from we will all be richer than we've ever imagined to everyone gets 2 dolls, all right? But if you're sad that playtime will soon be over for your children, take comfort that it's just beginning for the old commander and child.
The beauty is how easily the whole act falls apart. Half the time, you don't even need hard evidence. All it takes is a mirror, and Desi held that mirror up perfectly, reflecting Trump's entire routine back at him until you could practically smell the hairspray and desperation leaking through the screen.
Accidental dance moves are way more impressive than his intentional ones. Very weird. Anyway, I do understand why he was so frantic. That mosquito was also asking Trump about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, to be clear, Trump was not just wasting time playing golf. He was also wasting time profiting.
Trump's accidental dance moves are better than his real ones, which tells you everything. And honestly, no wonder he looked so frantic. That mosquito buzzing around him was probably asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein. Let's be real. Trump wasn't just golfing to relax. He was cashing in. Desi didn't just expose him. She cracked him open like a bargain bin piñata stuffed with lawsuits, unpaid bills, and ketchup packets swiped from the White House kitchen. Watching her roast him felt like someone finally grabbed the remote and shut off a show you didn't realize was still airing. For years, Trump has been background static that never fades, bragging about himself, inventing villains, and pretending his golf scores count as foreign policy. And the way Desi highlighted his obsession with applause was priceless. Trump doesn't just enjoy praise. He needs it like oxygen. She showed he's not chasing validation. He's hooked on it. He's that guy who goes on one date, gets ghosted, and still texts every day to remind you how amazing he supposedly is. The funniest part
left his troubles behind yesterday as he embarked on a 3-day state visit to the UK, his happy place where the king is in charge and vegetables are illegal. Of course, our relationship with Britain is not great right now. We're fighting over tariffs and Gaza and Ukraine, so there were a lot of issues to discuss on this visit.
Then comes the irony of his non-stop bragging about being a winner. If Trump's a winner, pigeons should be flying Air Force One. The man has filed bankruptcy more times than most people call in sick. He's lost lawsuits, businesses, elections, and whatever credibility he had left. But sure, he's winning. Winning what? Indictments? Spray 10 world records? If that's the scorecard, then yes, he's the heavyweight champ of losing. One well-timed joke, and his whole persona melts into a puddle of, "I was treated unfairly." Because admitting failure scares him more than honesty ever could. Yet the real comedy gold isn't just Trump. It's the circus of yes-men orbiting him. Desi went after them too, showing how his followers treat him like a mix between a motivational speaker and a late-night TV salesman.
Nor Donald Trump, who also moonlights as President of the United States. Yesterday, he went to Fort Bragg to give a speech to his favorite men in uniform who aren't in the Village People. He was there to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the Army, so of course he ended up discussing Joe Biden.
Imagine buying snake oil from a guy who struggles to hold a Bible upright. That's the level of absurdity we're dealing with. Desi served the truth with sarcasm, so sharp you laugh first, and only later realize, wait, this man really shouldn't be anywhere near power. That blend of humor and dread made her takedown so satisfying. Trump already feels like a parody of leadership, so when a comic with real timing goes after him, it's like watching a magician pull out endless scarves. Except the scarves are scandals, lies, and badly written truth social rants. Every morning he wakes up, spritzes himself into a shade of orange not found in nature, straps on a hair helmet sturdy enough for a storm, and struts around calling himself a genius. The comedy practically writes itself. Desi had a field day with his speeches, pointing out that listening to Trump is like being trapped at an all-you-can-eat word salad buffet. He'll start with infrastructure, swerve to windmills killing birds, detour to his golf course, and finish screaming about unfair media. It's like getting GPS directions from a drunk raccoon.
Damn, girl, you got moves. What is this? Is he voguing? Shoe fly, sachet, away.
Still, he insists he's the most articulate leader in history. Sure, and my goldfish performs Shakespeare. As Desi framed it, Trump isn't just bad at speaking. He's allergic to coherence. If a thought hangs around too long, it blows up into a jumble of tangents. He's a magician tossing bright distractions everywhere, hoping no one notices there's no trick behind them. And somehow millions still clap, not because they understand him, but because they've trained themselves to treat nonsense as holy. Then there's his obsession with size, which Desi nailed perfectly. The man can't stop bragging about crowds, polls, bank accounts, none of which ever match reality. He's like a fisherman insisting his minnow was a shark. Desi painted it perfectly. Trump beaming on stage at a half-empty rally, convinced the whole world worships him, while the janitor in the back just wants to turn off the lights. But Trump will still post about it for weeks, claiming it was the biggest crowd ever. At this point, even his lies deserve their own laugh track.
Think about what happened here. America voted this guy out in 2020, and what has he done since then? He tried to overthrow the government. He was convicted of 34 felonies. He spent an entire campaign promising vengeance against his enemies. And if you're wondering who, after all of that, would want to back him up, well, buckle up. It's a long...
Speaking of lies, Desi peeled that onion layer by layer. Trump lies so easily he probably fibs about brushing his teeth. His whole career sits on exaggerations, so wild they sound like infomercials. He lies about money, success, even the day of the week. If lying were an Olympic sport, Trump wouldn't just win gold. He'd claim he invented the Olympics and coached Zeus. Desi's brilliance was in showing how weak those lies really are. Without the bluster, they crumble instantly. She joked that he lies with the enthusiasm of a kid shoving peas under mashed potatoes, hoping nobody spots them. For years, he's sold himself as a billionaire mogul who could buy countries, when in reality, he's a professional bankrupt. Casinos, airlines, universities, stakes. Everything he touches ends up in clearance bins. If King Midas turned things to gold, Trump turns them into lawsuits. Desi connected the dots so clearly that even his accountants probably chuckled.
So, all of America. All of America. You just listed all of America. Seems the only group she can't blame for Trump's victory are black women and people in comas. Oh, and puppies. Or puppies in comas. God damn it, I just made myself more sad.
And yet he still insists he's a financial genius. This is the man who bankrupted a casino, a place literally built to take other people's money. That's like losing cash at a lemonade stand in the middle of the Sahara. People walk into casinos ready to lose, yet Trump somehow walked out broke. Desi compared his business strategy to a kid setting monopoly money on fire and calling it an investment. She wasn't wrong. Then she aimed at the so-called Trump dynasty, a brand he wants to feel royal, but ends up looking more like a discount soap opera. Her jokes landed like grenades because they revealed how badly he tries to project perfection while tripping over his own contradictions. And of course, she didn't skip his social media addiction. Desi ripped into his habit of rage posting like a teenager banned from Fortnite. The man built an entire platform just so he could scream into the void, then act shocked when people laugh.
Most people would have gone with brightest bulb or sharpest tool, but Donald Trump took half of both and smushed them together. That is what makes him the cream of the litter. But again, Trump wasn't there to talk about Joe Biden. He was there to talk about America's proud military history. And that went great.
He's that guy on a street corner shouting conspiracy theories. Except his pigeons are millions of followers nodding along. Desi made it obvious he isn't tweeting. He's mainlining attention. The funniest part, he thinks those rants are presidential. He truly believes typing in all caps about imaginary enemies counts as statesmanship. Desi tore that illusion apart, holding up his posts like receipts and reminding everyone this isn't leadership. It's a diary from someone who peaked in 1987. She didn't just call him insecure. She showed it. One insult sends him spiraling like a toddler denied dessert. If his ego got any thinner, he'd need bubble wrap. What makes it even more ironic is that Trump brands himself as the ultimate fighter. But Desi proved his biggest weakness isn't the law, elections, or critics. It's comedy. He can survive scandals, indictments, bankruptcies, and investigations. But the moment someone mocks his hair, he collapses like a Shakespeare villain undone by a single joke. The Achilles heel of a self-declared emperor is stand-up comedy.
Bring everybody into the Oval Office just to sell hats. He was there to sell something much more fancy.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card, this is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privilege.
And honestly, the timing couldn't be better, because America needed that laugh. After years of chaos, lies, and political theater, watching Desi break Trump down felt like opening a window after someone microwaved fish. Pure relief. She reminded everyone that beneath the fake gold plating and endless self-promotion, Trump is just a man shouting into the void, begging to be taken seriously, while holding a cheeseburger in one hand and a grievance list in the other. The brilliance of Desi's performance is that it wasn't cruel. It was honest. Trump is already a living parody. Pointing that out isn't meanness. It's clarity. The crowd loved it, because deep down they know it's true. He's not a mastermind. She showed the emperor isn't only naked, He's naked and tweeting that everyone's jealous of his outfit. And when it came to his obsession with legacy, she shredded it completely. He dreams of being remembered like Washington or Lincoln. But Desi tore that fantasy apart like tissue paper.
He wants to rebuild it, and he wants to turn it into Mar-a-Lago. At least the Palestinians will have a place to go back to.
Donald Trump calling for the permanent resettlement of roughly 2 million Palestinians.
I don't think people...
Okay, just so I'm clear, your idea is to take over Gaza, rebuild it into Mar-a-Lago, and make sure that the Palestinians who live there...
Because in reality, his legacy won't be brilliance or leadership. It'll be chaos, comedy, and a cautionary tale about what happens when reality TV tries to be government. If Lincoln freed the slaves and FDR beat the Great Depression, Trump's claim to fame is yelling at windmills and losing an election he still insists he won. And honestly, that's the perfect ending. After all the drama and tantrums, his downfall won't come from a courtroom or a rival. It'll come from laughter. Because in the end, history won't remember the lies or the rants. It'll remember that when the curtain finally dropped, Donald Trump wasn't a king or a genius or a titan. He was a punchline, and Desi Lydic made sure the world laughed loud enough for him to hear it.